Week 1 of the Mario Super Sluggers League seemed to be a success, with several teams going into the second week on a hot streak while others seemed to suffer. However, despite some of our outliers, the league showed to be very balanced, which is what you wanted to see going into Week 2, Day 1. But before we could do that, of course there was some change. Surprisingly, the only team to make a big difference was Baz's Spitballs, as they signed Purple Toad, Blue Toad, Green Shy Guy, and Blue Shy Guy getting nabbed up by my eggs. It seemed as of right now, not a lot of teams were sure if they should grab new players or thug it out with the team they drafted, as the rest of the week would show no more roster changes. But I assure you, at the end of the week, there would be hell to show for a few teams who noticed the importance of team shifts. Also, before we jump into the first game, just to get this out of the way so I can jump straight into Week 2, Day 2 in the next video, the eggs did pick up Baby Daisy after the game today, but please note she will not go into effect until the next video. With all that being said, let's jump into the flowers and the knights. In Yoshi Park, the Knights would start off with a rare double banana buffoonery, causing Mario to allow a double for Daisy. However, the inning for both teams would result in double donuts. A Poshi base hit would send Toadette to third with a Dixie RBI potential.
It's gonna be a good little single there. It's gonna send Toadette to third.
Oh, she's running.
Ooh. Oh my god, go dead over here. Running.
Surprising Dixie Kong is not on the month.
Yeah. Dixie Kong was on the DK Wilds though, at one point.
Yeah. Well, statistically, she's a bad hitter.
Oh, it might be out.
She's out.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Phenomenal play.
Huge, phenomenal play there.
The Flowers would take the first points of the game from that play, but the Knights would look to shut it down quickly. A similar situation for the Knights would show Steezy getting onto third, with runners in the corners, as Toadsworth would have a chance to rebuttal.
I was very confused where that was about to go.
Patty gives lesbian vibes, but she just is like not a lesbian. It's very confusing.
You know, if you look at Toadsworth's bat, it looks like a toothpick. But bases loaded. Never mind, Steezy's gonna go home. 1-1.
Miles would mention that Toadsworth had some suspicious traits about him on the field.
I tell you, that old man's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Here's Madge.
She came out of retirement.
Came out of retirement.
The ultimate thing about Wordsworth is his diseases that he carries. And
Yeah.
league, if you touch him, you will get his disease, and boy, would you not want that.
Does he have like herpes?
Call it Hogwarts.
Oh god. Nice.
So we put on the
Burger.
He's already tired though.
Some more commentary suggested a quick excuse as to why he might be so quick for an old man.
Makes sense. We have an old man out there. How old is Toadsworth? Do we have an age rate?
Well, I tell you, he's been 17 for a long time.
All jokes aside, Daisy would try to showcase an early look at a potential Daisy Dinger.
He's been 17 for quite a while. This might be a homer from Daisy. It will not be. Caught by Luigi.
However, Luigi had other plans for his damsel in distress, as his team would be starting the bottom of the third tied with bases loaded for the
Lime Maverick.
Luigi on the same team. Kind of unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's kind of just a crazy thing.
Indeed. The Lime Maverick getting his first RBI in the game. And actually the Lime Maverick getting his first RBI in general.
Whilst the conveyor belt looked armed, Toadette was not a fan of machines. Bases would get loaded again, however, for Toadsworth, with 2 outs and a strike.
With Toadsworth. Speak of the devil. Bases loaded for Wodsworth.
That's just a safe hit to go for.
Alright. Lime Maverick comes home.
A lot of hits up the middle.
Still loaded.
But the tides would really turn when Magikoopa had a shot at the belt.
2 outs have been caught.
Yep.
I want to see something crazy here. Okay.
Wow. 2 going home.
The Knights seemed to be in Slap City, as the belt would allow Mario, GDB, and Luigi to all hit RBIs.
This is crazy. This is the most points this team's ever scored, I think.
But could Tiny Kong be the one to finally stop what the Lime Maverick had started?
Back to the Lime Maverick. This will end the inning here. Oh, wow.
Evidently not.
What a
Oh, wow.
what a sell.
And they're gonna go to another pitcher. Is this 2 in 1 inning?
That's two.
The swap to Dixie hurt just as bad as Steezy was looking for blood.
Terrible pitcher.
Steezy.
He's gonna get
Oh, it was almost caught by Zoe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
In the fastest game we had ever seen, the Knights would waffle stomp the Flowers 11-1 in just the 3rd inning. In Luigi's mansion, the Bows would look to take on the Monarchs, as the Monarchs were hoping for a juicy win to end their losing record. The Monarchs would not even make a ripple in the water of the 1st inning.
She's fast, but she is a liability.
But Bowser was definitely swimming under the tides, making the fear of his presence known despite the robbed home run. Both teams would put on great defensive shows, as it would not even be until the bottom of the 5th until a team had an opportunity to score, as the Bows had to stay on guard for Sean's potential box homer blues.
Maybe 2 potential all-game hitter. Here's Sean though.
Sean's gotta get a bunt down.
And while they strike, he will slap, and that could be an RBI. As Wiggler's going to try to urban crawl his way home, it's not going to work though, it's going to be an out.
But the Bows still hoped to crawl to a point, as Bowser could send a missile to the outfield.
You got a pill splitter for bases right now with Bowser, with a potential homer.
Oh, you don't want to swing.
Probably waiting for a good pitch, I'd assume.
Yeah, that last one was bad.
What an absolute pest for the defense, but Snoopy might be fast enough. Koopa.
He's gonna tag up. He's gonna tag up and score.
That is true. Sean makes his way home.
Sean's tag-up showcased his thinking versus doing abilities for the young Bows team. Peach would become exhausted in the bottom of the 6th, as her team seemed to not showcase the offensive power that she needed. With the pitcher switch resulting in 2 more runs lost, maybe Strawberry Shortcake could finally stop the bleeding.
She's already tired. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how that's possible. Strawberry Shortcake. This is not good. Here's Sean. Oh, Baby Peach right there tried to be anti-slap, but it just didn't work. Bases loaded for Red Madge. Star to star. But King Boo doesn't go home. Both are going home. What is happening? What? What? What was that play?
More confusing defense and offensive plays would have Baby Peach closing the inning, with the Monarchs down by 7.
And it will. Okay, we're gonna go change sides. Never mind.
Bowser would pitch this entire game, showcasing his potential as a pitcher, as Mercy would be called in the bottom of the 7th. The murder in the last game would have to be cleaned up quickly, as the Wilds would be choosing the same stadium, taking on the Spitballs, who at this point were being known as the league villain. Donkey Kong had a lot on his mind as he stepped up to the plate, as he wanted to prove to the fans, coaches, and teammates that he was a contending captain.
And that is gonna be a home run for Donkey Kong himself with a 2-man home run. What a lovely way to start. I mean, DK, just truly trying to showcase his worth. As you know, he has been yelled at and all that by coaches and fans of the game and that sit in the stands watching. But you know, Donkey Kong, he wants to show that he knows ball. And speaking of ball, here's a really big one.
The Wilds would force a pitcher change for the Spitballs, sending Bowser Jr. to the mound to end the inning. Blitter seemed to be one of the few Spitballs with a fire in his eyes, as his defensive adrenaline doses would allow him to perform a home run in the bottom of the 2nd.
Big hit from Blitter, that's gonna be gone. Yeah, Gangsta Mario's not getting there in time. That was just too fast. So it is gonna be 2-1. The Wilds still up, but only by a point, just a small cushion.
But that would be all for the Spitballs going into the 3rd. Both teams would stay pretty quiet until the bottom of the 5th, as Boomerang Bro would bang a ball over the fence to tie the game 2-2.
No way. Wow. Boomerang Bro is going to tie the game 2-2.
Bases would be loaded against the Wilds, who note up until this point were playing super well against the team picked to beat them. As Waluigi's hit would start a panic in the Wilds' defense, DK would come out, but it wouldn't be enough as the Spitballs would spitball into the league, ending the inning 7-2. But the Wilds still had some gas left in the tank.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's a bad performance. I know what the score is, I know what happened in that last inning, but you got to remember, this is the Spitballs. This is like going against the 2017 Golden State Warriors, okay? They have stars every 5 seconds. I mean, when you got LeBron and Kyrie, there's not much you can do against Steph, KD, Clay, Draymond, whoever the 5th guy was. Yeah.
I would also like to note here, earlier in the live stream of this game, I started to explain that I believe Britter was the worst critter, as he was a great player, but compared to his brothers, not so much.
Brown Critter with a surprising slap. Britter has been probably the worst performing critter. He's still a great player, don't get me wrong. But out of all the critters, he's not really been showcasing a lot for this league. He's barely been squeaking by with some of the points. What a good double play there. Oh my god.
Okay, man. The DQ are usually a team that I see perform very well.
Yeah, here's what I'm talking about with Britter, by the way. He only shows up... Oh, it's off the wall. It's off the wall like Michael Jackson. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with Britter. He's like the worst one.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to chop that up to make him say that he made me eat my words, but maybe you'll remember this conversation when we get to week 4. Britter would score a run thanks to a Waluigi star hit, and a, well, pass Steven, just say it.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long, sometimes it's... Alright.
Weird ass commentary, man.
Sometimes, no, let's finish that sentence.
Alright, fine, I'll finish the sentence, man.
People clipping, get ready.
Waluigi, sometimes when he does that, he's short, sometimes he's long, sometimes he's quick, sometimes he's slow, sometimes there's a little bit more change in direction, sometimes it's straight, sometimes it's maybe not straight, you know. I mean,
yeah, he can be a little gay with it, and that's okay.
The game would come to an end, though just shortly after, as the Wilds were able to survive by being the only team at this point to not look like shit against the Spitballs, as they only lost 2-8 against the Villains. The final match of the evening would be in Bowser Jr.'s playroom, as the Monkeys would face off against My Eggs. Ritter would start the Eggs off with a very impressive homer due to the defensive stadium the playroom provides, which was chosen by the Eggs on purpose. The top of the second would have the yellow brick Toad on the plate, as he would follow the conveyor belt road all the way to 3 points on the board, allowing Toad to pressure the corners as the Bloop had an RBI challenge with no outs.
Golly, they are kind of crushing, I will say. Yellow brick Toads are kind of killing it.
Another score would be allowed before the glove would make a mistake, which caused Dry Bones to panic and hit a fly out.
Dry Bones pretty good.
Yeah, Dry Bones in the bowl.
Just a clap here.
Bye. Oh, unfortunate.
Goomba seemed to be losing hope, but thankfully, Firebro was able to spark a flame in the team's morale.
Bang, bro. Bangs went out.
That's out. That's out.
That's going to be a 3-run home run. That is... Wow, man. This is a close game. I'm going to call it Bang, bro. Alright, that's just a good game.
I was really a Bang, bro.
With another impressive home run down the middle, Ritter would try to top Firebro, as it seemed the two were having a personal home run challenge.
This is a great game. Oh, right down the middle. That's gone. That's gonna be another 2-run homer. Yep, that's done.
The bottom of the second would show the Eggs back up in the lead, 6-4. Goomba would finally need to be pulled out of the game, for what was the first time in his career he would not pitch the entire game. This left the coaching staff for the Eggs scratching their heads at how he could put up phenomenal numbers against great teams even on losing games, but struggled against the monkeys. Stevie Wonder would also get pulled out of the game as Wario would start his bully ball. The top of the third seemed to be a tight but uphill battle, but Yellow Madge seemed to want to prove themselves as a monkeys legend.
Come on. Wow. That's gonna. It's not as done if you didn't have much chemistry. They did. Oh my god.
Oh, in the top.
The chemistry wasn't enough there.
Firebro was first to bat at the bottom of the fifth, as he told the refs at this point he was more mentally stuck on the fact that he was only able to put up a point against the team who he was expected to crush. Apparently Firebro did not watch the highlights on the channel of Week 1 Day 1, as we saw the monkeys score 18 in a 2-point loss against the Spitballs. With all this being said, Firebro would make a crucial mistake, as his focus was off-ball. King K. Rool would do his best to keep the flame alive, sending Bro home with an RBI. BDB would have an RBI himself respectfully, as Baby Mario would load the bases.
Throw a ball here, trying to get a double play. No.
This is not a great ending for them.
The conveyor belt would start with Yoshi and end with the hideous creature, as he would force the inning to close 11-5. A crazy save by Ritter into a double play would not only showcase his earlier MVP standings, but put a deep wound into the monkeys' already bleeding bucket of hopes and dreams. Firebro in the bottom of the fifth felt weak from his previous blunder, as he would adjust his focus slightly for the third attempt at bat.
Get there. Get that.
Dang, right there. That's Bangbro's 7th home run.
Wario would call for Diddy to come out, and with a quick pick off of King K. Rool and a Yoshi strikeout, this could be make or break for the monkeys. Goomba was up to bat next, a mushroom who had lost almost all of his dignity in this battle.
Diddy today.
You could see Ritter's frustration from third base as he looked to the coaches in anger. Most of the previous loaded base situation players would focus their feelings into a quick 1-2-3 for the eggs, now going to the bottom of the 6.
For Blue Yoshi. Oh, Bangbro. Oh my gosh. This is insane.
Wow.
What?
That is not.
Bangbro's 3rd home run. God, man. Bangbro is unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be calling him Bang Bro, but he sure did make a big bang with his performance this game, as that home run would make the game batting average for him 4 for 4, with 3 of them being dingers. King K. Rool would rule a mercy calling, as he would hit a 2-man home run to end the game 16-5 eggs.
The drink. Getting the good on first. Wow, another powerful hit. That's gonna be gone. 2-run home run. Oh wait, no. I thought the mercy was only for the 5th inning. That is gonna be game.
As you could see, Week 2 Day 1 was full of emotion for several teams. How would these stack up in the second day? Find out next time on Slugger Ball Z. See you around. Thank you.